Hi everybody, and welcome to Doctor Who Review. I'm your host, Morgan McAvoy, and today I'll be talking about Episode 5 of Season 2 of Doctor Who, The Story and the Engine. Now, if you haven't seen the episode, then you might want to stop watching. Because remember, spoilers. I liked the opening scene when Omo was telling the story about how he met the Doctor when he was younger and how the Doctor saved his village from a fire. But when the alarm went off and one of the men in the barber shop said that they needed the Doctor and that it needs feeding, I wanted to know what was going on. It was also really heartwarming when the Doctor told Belinda that because of the body he now has, he's not always accepted in some places that he goes, but when he's at the barbershop, he feels accepted. So it was really sweet when Belinda told him to go and take all the time he needed. I was wondering what was going on when the Doctor went to the barber shop and saw that everyone there were on missing people posters outside, and he found out that the barber shop was under new management by someone called the Barber, who would cut people's hair while they told stories in order to feed something, which we later found out was a giant spider. I was also wondering why the Doctor recognized Abby, especially since it was clear that she was not happy to see him. I also thought it was sweet that the story the Doctor told was about Belinda. And even though we didn't get the usual end of episode Mrs. Flood cameo, Mrs. Flood did show up in the Doctor's story about Belinda. I felt sorry for the Doctor when he realized that Omo wanted him to come to the barber shop since he knew that the Doctor's stories would help the most and hoped that the barber would let everyone else go if the Doctor was there. So, understandably, the Doctor felt betrayed. When Belinda showed up at the barber shop and Abby asked her if the Doctor abandoned her, and Belinda said that she told the Doctor to go, it sounded like Abby was bitter about being left behind by the Doctor, and she was. She was left behind by the fugitive Doctor, aka Ruth, who had won a bet with Abby's father and married Abby, but because the Doctor was a fugitive during that time, she couldn't take Abby with her. And since the Doctor recognized Abby, it sounds like he regained his memories of being the fugitive Doctor off screen. It was also revealed that Abby was a god named Abina, the daughter of another god, Anansi. It was funny when the Doctor revealed that he knew that the barber was lying when he was telling the doctor about all of the gods that he had been in the past, but the doctor had met all of those gods. So the barber told the truth, which was that he was a storyteller who had helped the gods spread and preserve their stories using the Nexus. But because the Nexus worked so well, the gods cut him off. So now he wanted to get revenge by cutting the gods off from the Nexus, which would kill them. But luckily, Abina had a change of heart and braided a map in the doctor's hair that would lead him to the engine's power source. I loved seeing the clips of all of the past doctors while the doctor was telling his 6-worded story about how he's born and dies over and over. But the energy from his story was too much, and the engine started to destroy itself. But luckily, the doctor was able to convince the barber to let all of the trap people go, and he also convinced the barber to leave with them. And they were all able to get out in time, and the barber shop returned to normal. I was happy that Omo apologized to the doctor and that they made up. And it was also nice when Omo said that he was retiring and he gave the barber shop to the barber. And when the barber was worried about what name he would call himself, Omo said that he could use his father's name. It was also really sweet when the other 3 men who had been trapped in the barber shop bowed to Abina, since even though the doctor saved them, Abina took care of them while they were trapped. I was also happy for Abina, since she now gets to do whatever she wants, and it was good that she took Belinda saying hurt people to heart and decided that she wasn't going to get revenge on the barber for lying to her. I was wondering who the little girl was that Belinda saw on her way to the barber shop, and at first I was wondering if she was connected to Belinda's story, but I don't think that she is, because after watching the episode, I looked it up, and the girl was credited as Captain Poppy, who we last saw in the episode Space Babies last season. And it was also the same actress. And since the doctor said that he didn't see the little girl when Belinda asked him if he did, I hope that this means something and it's not just a random thing that they put in the episode. Because if you're going to bring back Captain Poppy, there has to be a reason. Thanks for watching, guys! If you saw the episode, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my previous previous Doctor Who reviews, check out the playlist. And if you want to see any of my future Doctor Who reviews or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video.